Thanks for hopping on.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Where are you calling from today?
I'm in Tampa, Florida today.
Okay. At a hotel, it looks like maybe.
No, I'm at the venue. We have a show today. I'm in the
Oh,
dressing room, and
nice. They put
yeah,
some
it's
nice artwork up for you.
yeah, nice little city street.
Yeah, I thought that was like a picture in a hotel or something, but that's cool.
Yeah, nah, it's cool, man. We're stoked to be here. It's a makeup date from last fall because last time we were here, we had to get back on the buses and hightail it out of here because of the hurricane. So this is the
Oh,
this is
okay.
the make one of the makeup shows.
Okay. How does that work then? Like who decides that? Does the venue decide that or the tour? Like,
It's usually Live Nation.
okay.
I think once they deem that it is unsafe and probably not a good idea, then they get the word out, and then
Yeah.
everybody follows suit.
And the tour's going good so far?
Oh, it's going great. Yeah.
I'm really looking for it. You guys are going to be coming through here. I'm in the Twin Cities, St. Paul. So you guys will be hitting up Minneapolis, I think, here at the end of the month. And I got tickets
Yep.
already. So my
Nice.
oldest son is big fan of hard rock and metal now. He's 14, learning how to play guitar. So
That's
he's
awesome.
super stoked to see Breaking Benjamin and Wage War. And so, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna love Wage War. They're great.
Yeah, I've been following them since they started. I don't know when you heard of them, but they just, man, they're really killing it.
Yeah, great band.
So we're here to talk about your new single, "Us Against the World." What was the inception of that song? Where did that one come from?
Yeah, actually, I wrote this song during COVID,
Oh,
and
really? Okay.
yeah, I was feeling just kind of inspired by the state of the world and just how crazy all that was. It's just kind of like, hey, we gotta get through this somehow, and through all the BS and through all everything else. It's just like we gotta just, hey, you know, I kind of looked at my wife and I was just like, you know what? It's just you and me right now. It's like we got to make the
Yeah.
most of this, and it's kind of us against the world at this point. So
Okay.
yeah, and I worked on it more, and I kind of had an idea. I had a title, and just kind of fleshed it out. But
What?
yeah, I wasn't sure that it would be a song for me per se until pretty recently. I kind of held on to it for a while. I recorded it
Yeah.
uh, maybe I don't know, a couple summers ago, and it was just kind of like the right time.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask like what changes from like when you record a demo or something, do you just record it on your phone or something like that? And then like how, how much changes from the first time you like record it to the time we get the final product?
Um, a pretty good amount of change. I mean, I think the bones are there. My original demo is just me and a piano, and I tracked the piano down and then and just put a vocal on it, and that's kind of what it was. And uh, me and the producer Kevin Thrasher took that and added the rest of the instrumentation on it. So
Hmm. Well, I was gonna mention this to you. I think I talked about this with you one other time. I am
yeah,
selfishly pleading with you to put out another like piano demo because your EP from like way back in the day gets played so much in this house. Um, I cannot. I think my favorite song that you've ever done was the "Hello Houston." I can't get
awesome.
enough of that. I just love the way that your voice blends with the piano. So I'm selfishly asking, could you do some more piano stuff too? Because I
Well,
love
I
it. I
appreciate it.
love all your stuff, but especially that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, my family really like that too because they always say, "Oh, we can hear your voice so well,"
Oh,
and so I appreciate it. But I honestly, the music that's going to be on the horizon is a little heavier. So
Well,
I
I'm
went the
okay
other
with that
direction.
too, because I typically listen to heavy music, but that's why it's
Yeah,
kind of surprising. But like every so often, I come across something that's, more piano based or softer, and it really grabs me. And your EP was one of those. So I
I
mean,
appreciate that, man.
keep pumping it out. I love it all. But yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Did you are you like self-taught, or did you take piano lessons when you were younger, or how did that come about?
I mean, I took a my friend back in the day when I was really young gave me a few guitar lessons and showed me some basic chords and stuff like that, and I kind of just took it and ran with it, and I had a like a basic piano class in high school that I
Okay.
took, and then but I didn't really follow through as far as really studying music theory or anything like that. I've always just
Yeah.
kind of been a person that kind of listened to something and then like played and kind of tried it out until like, oh, well, that sounds like that. So I could just
Yeah.
kind of figure it out. So I've always kind of just been like that.
Yeah, my son Oscar's the same way. We tried to get him piano lessons, and he seemed really bored with it.
Hmm.
Like, and then once we kind of just backed off, and he was kind of playing by ear, like he just took off. And it amazes me when people have that ability. Um, I can't do it.
Ah, well, it's, I always say to people that whenever they say they can't play piano, they can't play guitar. I feel like everybody can, but it just takes practice and
Oh, I
it's
can
not
if
the
I sit
easiest.
down and read the note.
Yeah,
I can't do it by the ear like my son does.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Some of these people, they can just hear a note. They'll be like, "Oh, that's C flat minor diminished," and I'm like, "I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's
So
wild to
yeah,
me."
so my son did that to me just the other day. What was it? We were up in Duluth, Minnesota, and the lift bridge, it made a tone when it was lifting up for
Yeah,
the ships to go through. And he's
right.
like, "Oh, that's G flat or whatever." I'm like, "What is wrong with you? Like, how do you hear that?"
That's pretty awesome. I
Yeah, it
get
is
lucky every
pretty.
once in a while. I'm like, that's a C major, and somebody will be like, they'll test it, and they're like, "Ah, that's it." But me and
Yeah,
the other
that's.
guitar player were doing that the other day, and I got lucky.
Oh, you kind of guessed. You kind of knew.
Kinda, yeah.
So when you come up with a song, like, does inspiration just kind of happen, and you run with it, or do you take time to like, hey, I got 5 hours right now to write something. I'm gonna sit down and push something out. Like, how does that come about?
It's usually the latter. It's usually I clock in to work and
Okay.
sit down and really hash something out. And then sometimes by doing that, and the more times you do that, you run into the inspiration.
Okay.
Whereas, you get started on something and I don't know, something will hit you and it just kind of starts a catalyst chain reaction with everything else, and you're able to kind of get stuff done fast. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you're sitting there and it just feels like you're digging a ditch, and
Right.
it's just like, gosh, this is so hard. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not inspired.
Yeah.
But rarely do I have those like just inspirations out of nowhere. I have to at least just be in front of my piano or a guitar
Hmm.
or something.
Yeah. It's always amazes me too, just how different people are. Because I'm probably more the other way. Like my inspiration will come when I'm taking a walk in the woods or something like that, and
That's
I'll have to
great.
make a quick note of it or something, so I go back to it later. But so, do you
Yeah,
ever
that's
feel
great.
like you have forced something, or do you just keep plowing through until it comes?
Um, I wouldn't say I feel like forced because I mean, I feel like whenever I'm, writing and I feel like I know if I don't like something or like
Sure.
something, if I don't like it, I'll keep just trying different things until I get to somewhere where I'm like, I feel like
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, but sometimes, like I said, sometimes you're just there and something does hit and it just like, that's perfect. And then then the lyric comes to you, you're like, oh, yes. And
Yeah.
then you already know what to say next and then next
Yeah.
and next. And when that shit happens, it's just it's the best. You're like, man,
Sure.
writing's easy. and
Right.
then and then you have those other days where, like I said, it just feels like you're digging a ditch.
Yeah. And then with the like with this song, you guys got a music video and stuff. Did you come up with the idea for that as well, or tell me about the music video?
Yeah, I did actually. This is the first video that I wrote the treatment for and directed. Um,
Wow.
yeah, it was obviously I had some help. I had some co-direction with my longtime kind of creative uh, accomplice, Courtney Della Fiora. She's worked with me a bunch of stuff. Incredible photographer and director in her own right,
Okay.
and so we, I kind of came up with this idea, and she kind of helped me see it through. So it was cool. Definitely challenging. We did it on a day off during a Breaking Benjamin tour. So
Okay.
we were in Las Vegas, and we knew we wanted this like desert kind of thing,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
and
where is this desert that you
yeah, it was
filmed
in
in?
the middle of Las Vegas, and it was like 106 degrees. It was brutal.
Oh,
But but it was cool. We got it at the time. I was like, God, this sucks. But once you get the finished product, and you're like, all right, that was worth it. And
yeah,
but but yeah, it was cool.
yeah. Well, that's great. One more question about this song in particular. Like, you've written a lot of songs for other artists. Like, how do you know when you're writing a song and it's meant to be yours and not like for someone else?
Yeah, I think with that, if I'm working with a different artist, I'm not thinking about myself at all. I think it's
Okay.
just like, hey, whatever this artist is feeling, and you kind of have to tap into their psyche and what they're feeling, what they want to say, and really cater to kind of things that they like and that they want to
Okay.
hear. So
So
uh,
you haven't like done songwriting for someone else. You just sat down and co-wrote with people.
it's been different. There's sometimes where yeah, there's been sometimes I've been given music, just music,
Mm,
and someone will say, "Hey, write the lyrics and melody over this," and I'll do it that way sometimes, and
okay.
then I'll write a whole thing and then turn it in, and they either like it or they don't, you know.
Okay.
But but then yeah, like you said, sometimes I'm like in a room with someone and we're both kind of
Sure.
hashing it out and trying to write stuff. Very rarely is it just like, "Hey, Keith, write the song for this person," and
Okay.
you know, yeah, because usually the other artists they want to be a part of the process, which me as an artist I can relate. I definitely want to be
Yeah.
a part of the process too for my stuff.
Yeah. I haven't done my research here. Have you ever written anything with Cody from Wage War?
I have, I have actually. Yeah, my we've written a couple things. One thing we just it wasn't used. It was we were writing some country thing one time. That was a few years back, but my single for my album Headspace Holiday, me and Cody wrote that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought I remembered you doing something with him once, but I couldn't remember exactly what it was. So, yeah, he's an
Yeah.
incredible songwriter too.
Oh yeah, he is. He is. And I texted him the other day. I was like, "Yo, dude, let's write some more." He was just like, "Yeah, let's do it." So because I mean, we're right here.
Right.
Makes it makes sense. So
Yeah. When did the tour kick off here?
I think it was uh gosh, when did we start this? Yeah, April something.
Okay. Couple,
I
couple
don't
weeks
know.
already, huh? Two,
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, we're about halfway through.
What's
So
what's your favorite thing on tour and what's your least favorite thing on tour?
my favorite thing on tour is just playing the show. It's just a it's just an amazing experience. Yeah, I can't even put it into words how fun and cool and just dream come true it is to just be
Yeah.
able to do that. And the toughest thing is being away from family and my wife and my cat. You know, it sounds cliche, but I miss my little fur baby
No, I get it. We got a couple pets around here too. So what's your cat's name?
Theo.
Theo.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
my dog. My main computer is on the fritz right now, so I had to get the laptop and sit out here in the living room. But I was wondering if my dog Tater was gonna hop in. He was down here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, well, the last time I saw you play anything was your solo tour here when you came through Minneapolis. I think it was a little over a year ago. We saw you at the Skyway Theater.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for you because I think you were coming down with a cold or something, and you
Oh
weren't feeling
yeah.
the greatest.
That was brutal. It happens every tour, honestly. Once
Does
a
it?
tour, I get some sort of ick, some kind of sore throat or something, and it's not so bad if it happens with Breaking Band because I'm just singing backup, and I'm
Right,
more
right.
playing guitar. But when it's my thing, I'm like, all right, I gotta. It's tough because I gotta sing. So, but made it through. Wasn't the best, but hopefully next time I come through, it won't be
I
so.
thought it was still great. Finally got a
Thank
chance
you.
to see you on solo tour. So,
I appreciate that.
what's it like though? Like because when I saw you at the Skyway, like it was one of their smaller rooms. And
Yeah.
when you're playing from like arena size stuff to then all of a sudden that, like, do you have a preference or, because obviously the smaller is more intimate, but yet you don't get quite as much the energy.
In some ways, I feel like sometimes the smaller ones have more energy. Um,
Yeah.
because with the large shows, it's just such a sea of people. There's a disconnect in a way. Um, and when you're just right up there, close and personal, and you can see, people's eyeballs looking at you, you're like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, So it's cool. I really, honestly, I like both. And I'm just really fortunate to kind of be able to do both. So
Yeah.
it's been cool, but hopefully working on trying to get into some bigger places, eventually. But you
Yeah.
got to start somewhere. I mean, as a solo artist, I'm relatively a new artist, and there's it's I tell myself this because sometimes you get discouraged. You're kind of like, man, is this is this is this doing well? I feel like you're just kind of getting passed up by all these other artists. But a lot of these people,
Sure.
these bands, they've been around for 10 years,
Yeah.
and I'm relatively kind of to me, I feel like I've been here this whole time. But as far as like a solo artist and trying to get out there and make a name for himself, it's relatively new. So
Yeah.
I just got to keep at it and keep putting music out and keep my head down and keep working and
Yeah.
so
Well, I love it.
yeah,
Are you planning another solo tour then anytime this year or
I am. I'm hopefully there's going to be two more
okay.
solo tours, which have yet to be announced, but we're working on some things for the summer, and then we have a Break and Benjamin tour in the fall, and then possibly another solo tour in the
Okay.
fall after that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Things change, but that's my hopes.
Well, I'm hoping that you swing through the Twin Cities again on a solo thing because
Yeah, I would love to, man. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
well, and doing I mean you got me a photo pass last time when you came through here and I got some nice shots and stuff. It's always challenging for me as a photographer in the smaller venues.
Yeah,
Um because a lot of times there's no like photo pit or anything, so like
sure.
you're
And the
fighting
lights,
with
the lights aren't as wet, aren't as cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's also, you get a lot closer and stuff like that in some ways too, so it can be fun. But yeah,
yeah,
I'd love to shoot your show again.
yeah, man. That'd be awesome.
Um, Breaking Benjamin, any news there? Like I haven't been keeping up too much. I got four kids, so it's hard for me to always keep up on news. But is there an album announced anytime or
Nothing's announced, just the same. We're just working on it. We're working on new
okay.
material the best we can, and we really want it to be great. So we're really putting the time and effort into it. And obviously we've put one song out, "Awaken,"
Yeah.
and it's done outstanding. And we've just been absolutely thrilled. And we've been playing it on this tour, and it's just been
Oh,
a
sweet.
blast. So
And are
yeah,
you guys are you co-headlining with Stained? Are you switching off nights or are you guys leading?
yeah, it's a co-headlining tour, and we tonight is the night where we start playing last. So
Okay.
yeah, we did like half and half tour. So
Okay.
I will say though, it's been nice getting done early, but now we're the ones that have to finish late, so we
Sure.
have to stay up past our bedtimes.
Does that change your set list time? Like, can you add extra songs then, or when you're
No,
last?
we play the same amount of songs, the same
Okay.
length of time, but just we play later in the
Okay.
night now.
All right. Um, I did not go on your website right before I jumped on the call here because I wanted to let you know last time I was on, I had my Keith Wallen coffee mug, and it's lasted several years here now, but I don't know if it was the kids or the dishwasher or what, but it finally went kaput. So I need to order a new one if you have them on your
Yeah,
website.
I don't even know if we have those anymore, but
I
I
still got
think
my shirt.
dude, you have like one of the first designs we've ever
Heck
had.
yeah,
So
I'm a
I've
fan.
changed my logo like at least twice since then. But no, that's awesome, man. That is old school. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some cooler stuff on the website, some mugs and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I just started working with a new merch company, so I'd
Okay.
be excited to see what all kinds of things we can come up with.
Well, I'm looking forward to whatever you got. So,
Thanks, man.
last question for you.
All right.
I've asked you this every time I've interviewed you now. I think this is the third time
All right.
because I knew you were a Metallica fan, and I've asked you, you're going to remember me now.
Uh-huh.
If Metallica invited you up on stage to play one song with them, which one would you pick? You've avoided answering every time.
Yeah, I think I've said something just like I wouldn't want to ruin their performance. I
I
feel
had to
like
ask you again if I had you on here.
Yeah, I feel like I still the same. I feel the same. I feel like I would like to just I don't know.
Oh,
I'd
you got
like
to
to
keep
just be in.
practicing.
I'd like to just be in the snake pit, just experiencing it. I
Have
wouldn't
you
want
ever
to
been
be
in the snake
missing
pit?
it. No, never been.
Okay. Yeah, every
But I
time
mean,
I've seen them, I've only been up on like the second or third tier.
yeah.
So
Or if I could just if I could just have a nice like lawn chair right there on stage out of the way so that I
there you
just
go.
have a perfect view and yeah,
Except they keep
that
moving all over the stage, so you
that's
might
all
be.
right. That's all right. They passed my way one or two times, so
Have you
it'd be
met them?
awesome.
Have you met any of them?
No, I have not, and
Okay.
I got to tell you, um, meeting James Hetfield that's probably like my number one. He is like my
Sure.
ultimate hero, and
I'd
you
love to
know
go
it.
hunting with him.
Yeah, no, I mean, in a way, I'm glad that I haven't met him because like if you meet somebody like that, you want it to be in the right circumstance.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know. I just afraid like I would be too fanboy y.
No, I get. I mean, I don't do this a ton, interviews or whatever, but like
Yeah,
I do a handful of them, and
yeah,
I've met some of my musical heroes and stuff, and some interviews have gone awesome, some kind of not so well, and it kind of ruins it, but
yeah. I've heard he's
thankfully,
awesome though. I've heard
thankfully
nothing but great.
you're pretty down to earth, so you're easy to talk to.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, dude, we're all human. We're all out here just
I know.
trying to afford a burrito. That's
Yeah.
all.
Do you have favorite places that you stop on tour for food? Like even if it's
It's.
a city where you're like, man, that one restaurant, I gotta get there when we're there.
I mean, we love getting cheesesteaks in Philly.
Okay,
That's always a staple. Whenever we're in New York, we get pizza. The best
sure.
thin crust pizza. God, it's the best.
So you go for the regional stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When
Oh
you're in
yeah.
Wisconsin, my home state of Wisconsin, you got to go get the fresh cheese curds.
Yep. Yep. And they got a squeak when you chew them.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good stuff too. Although I will say, whenever we're in Canada, I'm not a fan of poutine at all.
So my wife's Canadian, and she just whenever we go there, she has to go to A&W. Like of all places to get poutine, you want to go for the cheapest crap. But she has to go get her poutine all the time. I'm like, that's like a heart attack waiting to happen.
I know. Sometimes you just like trashy food. Like I love White Castle. Like
Really?
it's awful. It's awful. It's like instant just stomach ache. But I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I've
man,
never liked that one.
I love
Wow. You got a steel stomach.
it. Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore. I pay the consequences, but I don't care. I'm like, I don't care.
Have you noticed, like, in your 40, because I turned 40 a couple years ago, and like, man, your body changes when you hit in your 40s. Because I'm like, I cannot eat the amount of dairy I used to have. Like, I grew up on cheese and milk. I mean, from
Yeah.
Wisconsin, and now it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
oof.
Yeah. I haven't noticed it so much with cheese. Thank God. But I just noticed overall I can't. I mean, I turned 45 in February, and I remember I could house a pizza back in the day, just eat a whole pizza and just be like,
Yep.
I feel great. But I mean, if you do that now, and it's like you gained like 5 pounds, and
Yep.
yeah,
You
it
got to work
just
on the
ain't the same.
dad bod.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to work off the dad bod here.
Well, any last comments or anything for our listeners that you can share with us?
Other than just, I can't thank you guys enough for checking out my music, my videos, and following along with my career. I really do feel like everybody's just kind of with me. I feel like it
Yeah.
isn't just me on this journey, but we're all on this journey together. And plus, we're on this journey called life. So I'm just happy to have you guys on my side, and you got my back, and
Yeah.
hope to see everybody at shows. And that really is one of the most important things. Is if I'm doing a solo show, I'm doing about this. I'm maybe going to do some headlining shows, and we're
Okay.
playing up in Wisconsin actually at this festival.
For your
This
solo
new
stuff?
Yeah, this new festival.
Okay.
Gosh, what is it called? Let me see. I'm going to shout this out real fast. It is called the. It's relatively new, but they got us on it. It's called the North Woods Rock Rally,
Oh,
August 14th through the 16th in Glen Flora, Wisconsin.
Glen Flora.
Yeah, and I am playing on Saturday with
Okay.
Royal Bliss and the Black Moons. But yeah, it's a whole weekend thing. Camping. It's a kind of a new thing, and they booked us for it. And so yeah, I'll be there with the solo band, and it's going to be a blast.
Huh. Oh yeah, that is fire up north.
Yeah. So all Wisconsiners, come
There we
come hang.
go.
But like I was saying, any solo show, I mean,
Yeah.
it really helps us out. And so
Well,
buying
we'll
merch
we'll
and all
plug
that
it
stuff
best we
that
can
that
here on
helps.
Brutal Planet. I love your stuff, whether it's solo or Breaking Benjamin or all your co-write songs, whatever. I mean, you're a phenomenal
Thank you,
musician, Keith, and your
thank you.
recommendations too. I think last time we had you on, I asked you for new music, if there's any new artists to check out, and you told me about Royal Lynn,
Yeah,
and yeah, checked out her stuff. Got to shoot her show when she came through here, and
nice.
you got good taste, whether you can recommend something or put music out yourself. So
I
keep it up.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, man.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Keith, and look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks in Minneapolis.
Thanks so much for having me, man. As always, see you soon.
Yep. Thanks.